Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to a new video. Today we're going to talk about XDC Network, what's been happening with the price, what can we expect to happen next, and what are all the news with relation to XDC Network. If you guys don't want to miss any of that important information, make sure you like, make sure you comment, and make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn the notification bell on. Guys, on a little side note, make sure you check us out at ptgr.ag and book a free consultation call so you can expand your cryptocurrency knowledge. Guys, let's jump straight into the video. What's been happening with XDC Network and its parabolic run and fall as well. Basically, XDC has been on a downtrend of 1.38% in the last 24 hours, but it has been hovering around the 0.02882. And basically, if you're looking on a 7-day mark, the crypto has went up, and if you're looking at a month, it has also went up. But what's important is that I strongly believe that XDC has huge upside in the long term for the price. And when I'm talking huge upside, I'm speaking 100x type of crypto, because this is really big, and you'll hear why when I talk about the news. But when we're looking at an all-time high, we see that the all-time high was roughly touching the 18 cents, but I think we can drastically outnumber that and reach new highs for XDC because of how positive I am towards this coin. Now, XDC is basically an enterprise-ready hybrid blockchain for global trade and finance. So it's combining the power of public and private blockchain with interoperable smart contract. It's decentralized, it's hybrid, and it's interoperable and a liquid network. It's very easy to see that XDC has huge potential on the upside in the long term, because you can see that XDC is a bit entering everything. Recently, it entered a Metaverse. It's just joining the Metaverse world and presenting its revolutionary protocol to the Metaverse, has now staked a claim within the Metaverse with a great opportunity for blockchain 4.0. The XDC network can now be promoted within the Metaverse from its very own building in Crypto Valley. It's crazy to see that XDC is a bit touching everything, but it also released its beta version of XDPOS 2.0, and we'll talk about why is that so positive for XDC, starting with the first news. It's exciting, guys. Trada, which is basically a token, is now available on XinFin official XDC network that will overcome trade finance barriers to create access for retail and institutional investors. This is great news because it's showing that the XDC network is expanding on a daily basis, and as the preferred network for its token issuance, Trada offers further validation of the XDC network's real-world utility, and this is great overall positive sentiment. Another one is that although people in America won't be able to partake in the Trada token, we will recap the benefit by owning XDC. Trada just paved a way to gain institutional trust, because Trada is secure and low risk for all investors to take part in. Basically, Andre Casterman, which is the chair of the FinTech Committee, has said that through the Trada token, trade finance assets are now accessible through the public and decentralized XDC network. This signals the start of a shrinking trade finance gap, as SME, which is small medium enterprise, can gain benefit from new sources of funding such as retail and institutional investors. This innovation, powered by both Trada Tech and XDC Network, contributes to the vision of TFD initiative, which is also to make trade finance as liquid investment class. This is great news because it shows the scalability and the potential of XDC has in terms of long-term potential growth and accessibility for the overall market. Another news that I thought was very relevant is they don't even let you hold it. Again, because Trada is a security token, it can't just be sent traded to the users, but the Trada has to be custodied on behalf of the investors via an institutional grade custodian like a Trustology. The good thing though is, like we talked about, how Trada is very closely linked to XDC. The fact that you cannot hold Trada because of the fact that it's a security token doesn't mean you can't hold XDC, right? And so I think the Trada upside will directly be reflected on XDC's upside as well. So if Trada is actually doing well, it's not because you're not holding it that you won't get the benefit by holding XDC. So I think this is again a positive news. Another one is how can XDC be used as a collateral at this current price? One of a 10 billion asset would wipe out the whole ecosystem, as Trada is live, yet XDC is 100 miles away from being capable of being any form of collateral. This is very controversial, and I want to know your opinion in the comments below, but it's very hesitant as to can we expect this to go back on a negative side for XDC because it doesn't have the capability to act as a collateral. It's hard to say, but nobody is saying, like Martin said, nobody's saying that Trada won't be big. I agree that it will be huge, but you said it yourself. It will be huge for TF and XinFin Network, not for XDC. But we'll have to see how that develops, and I'll make sure to keep you updated with that. It's very it's sort of this big question mark to is this gonna affect XDC or not. And another news is now let's talk about XinFin, which is the biggest partnership with R3 Corda. It's a distributed ledger technology. You have public and private transactions, so it acts as a hybrid blockchain. You have the combining of blockchain and trade finance. You have the DApps, the DASL bridges, and XDC is the primary settlement coin for R3. Now, this is very, again, positive sentiments because you're putting this partnership between XinFin partner with R3 Corda, and the primary coin for R3 Corda is XDC. So XDC will talk about all its application, but it shows how much scalability you could have with the fact that XinFin is a huge fintech, and the partnership with R3 Corda could be both beneficial for R3 Corda, but as well as for XDC coin. Now, R3 Corda's ecosystem has over 300 firms that drives the cross-industry collaboration. This is really interesting when you see that in the delivery partners, you have partners such as Accenture, you have Ernst & Young, you have Bain, you have all these big companies as well as LG. But on the infrastructure and the tech providers, you've got Oracle, Microsoft, Intel, AWS, Google. This is just to see the scalability in terms of the participants. You've got a massive amount of banks ranging from HSBC, you've got Barclays, you've got ING, Citi, UBS, which is the biggest Swiss bank, as well as Credit Suisse. These are all huge ecosystem participants, which are all running under the R3 ecosystem and indirectly running with XDC. And this is why I think XDC has huge upside in the long term. Looking at how stable the ecosystem is. On the corp apps, you also have firms like GBL, you have Traffic, KYC Trust, and these increase the efficiencies across your business by utilizing ready-to-build core apps. Now, another thing that I wanted to mention about is the update. It's just that XRP bridge to R3 is gone. You've got the Impel, which is the only bridge to R3 via XDC, and XRP is still able to be used via wrapped XRP through Impel on the XDC network. Now BTC via wrapped BTC can be sent through an ISO 222 message via Impel, and things are cooking up. And this is very true because if you look at one of the next news, and this is this one, which is that Bitcoin ISO 222 financial messaging integration, what do you see? Well, you see the integration of XDC through it. Now, what I'm talking about is you see the collateral option for Impulse financial messaging. You've got the Impel client service for financial messaging, goes through Impel, and then you've got the Chain Brain wraps Bitcoin one-to-one collateral to send over to the XDC network. Now, XDC is indirectly in relationship with the Chain Brain wrap and the ISO and the Bitcoin ISO 222. This is huge because it will allow such scalability for XDC network in the long term. Now, what they're saying is it's used as an advanced version of the lock, mint, burn, unlock method to transfer the digital assets between blockchain. Not intermediaries or relay networks are involved as assets are transferred directly from source chain to the destination chain. I mean, this is huge news, the fact that XDC is involved in this. Another one is the achievement of XDC Network. When you see that XDC has 245 nodes, has roughly 800,000 account, has roughly more than 45 million blocks, and has a record transaction of 283 million transactions. So this is huge. The exchange list, it's pretty much exchange on every major exchange when you're looking at CoinEx, Gate.io, KuCoin, XTCoin, BitTrue, and the wallets. You have major wallets such as Simplehold, you've got Lumai, you've got Descent, Trezor, and the market cap is covering the 500 million, and then you've got a diluted market cap of 1.54 billion. Now, these are all positive sentiment of overall for XDC. I just wanted to end this with this news, which is that now perform cross-chain transaction of BTC and XRP on the XDC network via the latest bridge built via through one chain. And so this is again a huge news for XDC because it shows the scalability of the product and the potential that it has in the long term. Now guys, please, for all these insights I brought to you, the least you could do is subscribe to the channel, show your support, like and comment, and make sure you keep the notification bell on so you don't miss any of those upcoming uploads. And I'll make sure to catch you in the next video. See you next time. Bye. Max, can you come here? Can you come down? I didn't even press